Hello and welcome to my next video. This video is going to be looking at how you can make gold in Guild Wars 2 from some of the tokens or crests or things you build up that you don't may realise that you can actually make some money from this. So the footage in the background at the moment is just the topic I'm going to talk about first. As you'll notice, it's the majority of my guild, and we are currently doing a guild mission. Now, for a lot of you, that aren't part of a big guild, you may not have been part of this sort of event. But these are a good way. Normally it is once a week. Ours is on every Sunday. And we will do guild missions, guild rush, guild bounty, in the hope of getting, guild rewards, not just for our guild, but also for individually. And individually we'll get guild commendations, and they can be spent on a number of different items. Now, some of my guild mates who've been doing this for a while, they have got, sort of up to 100 guild commendations. I've been spending mine, so I don't actually have as many as that. But the guild, I think we're doing the guild puzzle here. This can last sort of up to 15 minutes. I mean, you can see how many people we've got. We've got quite an organised group. We're using TeamSpeak. We've got 30 people that are in this guild puzzle. So if you're not part of a big guild, or you don't really see guild missions, you don't take that part, I would advise giving it a go, because it is quite friendly. It is quite a good part of the game. Hopefully with the launch of guild halls in the expansion, this can maybe be taken further. But as you can see here, this is part of the guild puzzle. Well, let's take a look. These are the different tokens we're going to be talking about. This is the guild commendations. Currently I only have 9, but as I said, I've been spending them. We are going to look at laurels later. Obviously I've got quite a lot, 99 laurels so far. And fractal relics, I've got quite a substantial pile of fractal relics. We'll see what we can do with them later as well. But this is one of the guild puzzles. Again, it's quite a good way to just, as part of a big group, that there are people that, they do this all the time. They're the ones that will do a lot of the main thing. I'm just here to sit back and go through as well. It's an easy way to earn a bit of extra cash by guild commendations, and you'll also get, as you'll see later, we get a chest. Let's have a look what we get from that. So we get 2 rares, half a gold, and a guild commendation, plus we get a chest. Usually there's not much anything good in here though. There we go, we got some jewels, we got a couple of masterwork items, and some imperial fragments. So overall not too bad. 2 rares that what we'll do, we'll either sell or salvage depending on what their worth on the trading post is. But what we're going to do, we're looking at here, how about guild commendations, and the guild puzzle, the guild bounty, they are just some of the ways in which we can earn guild commendations. It isn't the, guild commendations are very hard to come by, because you can only do them once a week. And what we're going to see now is we do a guild rush. Now, a guild rush, for those of you who are unaware, is where you get transformed, you get limited skills, and your job is to, as we see here, we have marker posts, and your job is to stay within the marker posts, and to get to the end, having gone through all the marker posts without dying. If you do die, you lose, you get transformed back to yourself, and you have to restart. So it is a bit of a tricky one. This one here is particularly tricky. Lots of enemies along the way. We do actually have to go through a section where there's jungle worms that will kill you, or sort of burrowing worms that will kill you, and they're invulnerable. And this one was a tricky run. I did fail it a few times, but I'll cut out where that you'll see me fail, and then you'll see quickly me actually complete the guild rush. But yeah, again, you get 1 guild commendation from this. So what we're going to do, I'm showing you here the start of the video, the actual guild commendation run. What it is to get a guild commendation, and then just a little bit later we're going to look at what we can spend them on, and then we're going to look at how much each guild commendation, how much gold each commendation can get you, because I don't think people, fully appreciate that you can buy a lot of items that are sellable. on the trading post. And I think people just think, okay, let's have a look. I'll get something. You know, I've got all these guild commendations. What am I supposed to spend them on? And they'll just go through and buy everything just to spend them all. Whereas they can actually make a lot of gold from this, and you know, it's fairly easy to do, fairly easy currency to gain. As I said, when I say fairly easy, I mean it's pretty limited. You can only do it once a week, but you can obviously get quite a lot of it during the run. I think you can get 5 or 6 commendations per week. I'll have to double check on that. But as you can see here, I'm running, you know, having a good time with my guild mates. We're having a laugh on. We're actually, you know, on TeamSpeak, having a good run. And this is the bit where it's the dangerous bit where everyone's sort of failed, because you've got this event here that you've got to pass through, where the worms will sprout up and kill you, but they're invulnerable. And you can see everyone dying around me. And I almost made it. I dodged there. I shouldn't have dodged. I should have kept it. And you're like, oh no, come on, I'm almost there. This worm. Oh man, that worm. But yeah, there are currencies in Guild Wars 2 that I haven't covered in any of my other videos. Some I have, you know, particularly, for example, skill points. But these currencies, you know, things that are in your wallet, as we use shadow stealth to get through, shadow form. And we're going to stealth our way through. But yeah, there's a lot of currencies that people will gain that don't go into the wallet, or you know, that we haven't really spent either. In my bank, I've got a fair few bits of currency, but yeah, again here, the laurels, the fractal relics, and the guild commendations are what we're going to look at. So as you can see, we're going to pass through here. Sort of interesting section. This is actually the first time I've actually done this particular guild rush. The guild rush I tend to get is the spider one, in sort of the Shiver Peaks. But yeah, this was a very tough guild rush to do. And as luckily we've got a Mesmer that's going to port us. So we will just wait here for the port. Here we go. And he's going to port us away from these Karka, because that would have been a bit risky to go through there. And there we go. We're going to get the guild. We've done the guild rush. There you go. Some nice fireworks going off. And for those of you who haven't seen this, guild rushes are quite fun. It is a bit of an interesting challenge. Again, we get 1 gold, sorry, half a gold, 1 current, 1 guild commendation, and we got. Did we get 2 rares? Yeah, we got 2 rares. So I'm going to salvage these. So that's 1. That's 2 ectos. So I'm coming out ahead so far. The bow, short bow was a berserker bow. So let's just check out. It's worth 37 silver. I might as well salvage because I don't think with the tax and the you know, profit, I don't think it's going to be that much. So let's go and see what we can spend on guild commendations. We've got 11 now. So what can we spend on our guild commendations on to make us money? So we've got here a section for guild weapons. Let's have a quick look at the skin. It's an interesting skin, but we're not going to make any money from those because they will be soulbound on acquire. So we can't make any money from that. Again, we can't really make any money on the backpacks because they are all account bound or soulbound on acquire, as are the ascended items. We can't make any money there. So we're going to ignore those 4 tabs, and we come to the final tab, the general tab. So let's have a look. We've got letter of commendation, some guild tonics, you know, we've got some sort of golems. Then we get gear. Gear's an interesting one because you could get 2 lots of gear, but you know, they're rare gear and it's not really worth that much. Banners, you could obviously help you out, especially if you're doing events. They're very useful, but are they worth a lot of gold? Probably not. You know, you've got guild experience banners, but then we come to the bottom, and here we have the Sentinels, you know, upgrade piece for armor and for weapons. So let's go and have a look how much they are worth on the trading post. We're looking for the Orichalcum inscription and the intricate Gossamer inscription. So as we scroll down, Okay, here we go. So we've got just over 8 gold for the Sentinel's inscription, the Orichalcum inscription, and the insignia is slightly less at 7.5 gold. So per guild commendation, if we sell the Sentinel's Orichalcum inscription, you're probably going to get, I don't know, just under 8 gold, I think, probably around 7.5 with the tax. A bit less for the intricate gossamer, so that's not bad, you know. Just 7.5 gold for 10 guild commendations. But then we've got the guild blueprints. So let's go and have a look at how much the guild blueprints are. And here we go. The guild trebuchet, 2.5 gold for only 3 guild commendations. So remember, it's 7.5 gold you'd get for the for 10 guild commendation points, but for 3 you'd only need to get, well, for 3 commendations you get 2.5. So in theory you could get close to the same amount, but I don't think the trebuchet is that much. Guild catapults, you'd actually probably end up better, because you get 2 guild catapults with 3 commendations, but the 2 guild catapults are actually probably worth together 2.6 gold, so probably worth a little bit more than the trebuchet. So, you know, if we work out how much that would be over, you know, 9, was it, say 7.5, it probably works out just about the same, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less to get, you know, buy 3 lots of the guild catapult. So you get 6 guild catapults, sell them for 1.3 gold each, and you work out with the taxes. I think it might just be a bit less than the Orichalcum inscription. So you've got different options. Obviously, for World versus World, they're very useful. But yeah, you know, we're looking at a trade post now. You know, the trading place fluctuates, so it could go up, could go down. But that's just a way of earning gold. You know, I think the Sentinel's Orichalcum inscription is probably the best way to make a lot of gold. So there you go. That's a flat 7.5 once you've got 10 guild commendations. So let's go and have a look at the laurels. So we're going to start at the bottom. Living World Season 1 rewards. There is absolutely nothing here that we can really use or sell. You know, especially considering it's 15 gold. I think these are specific rewards, just, you know, if you've missed them out. Ascending recipes, can't do anything with those because they are going to be, you know, anyone can buy those, and they're obviously account bound. We've got starter sets, not really worth anything. Same with World versus World. You can sell these, but you're better off going on World versus World and earning earning badges of honor. And again, all ascended items, we can't really sell them because they're all account bound on acquire. As are these ascended items, all account bound on acquire, as are the infusions. You can't sell anything here. So there's no way you can make any gold from any of these items, apart from the blueprints, but there's a better way to get those. So let's have a look. What can we get? Well, the top 4 items, nothing really we can sell on because they're account bound on acquire. The rare pieces of gear, you can get an exotic or rare item, so it might potentially be worth getting those. But for 5 laurels, it is pretty expensive, and considering how much a rare piece of armor is at the current prices, if we have a look here, let's go and open. We'll look at armor. So let's have a look. Okay, we've got armor. And we'll put level 78 because that's what the description says, and we'll look at for rare items, we'll put any class. And what's the cheapest one? So look at that. I mean, the average price is around 27 silver just for some armor there. So if you get 2 pieces of rares, then you're looking at half a gold, if that. And then if you salvage it, you might get some ectos, but again, it's relatively not worth it. Let's have a look at the die, because the die is worth 5 laurels, and we're going to have to check out to see. Oh, it's not going to be too long to find out. Let's have a look down. Unidentified die. It has gone up quite substantially. It's now almost 50 silver, but again, per laurel you're talking that's only 10 silver. Not very effective for gold, to convert your laurels into gold. Again, if you were going for the dyes, you know, it would be worthwhile heading for the dyes. But yeah, we have picks and sort of, you know, harvesting equipment and laurels as sort of boosters. But then we come to the crafting bags, and it's the heavy crafting bag, the tier 6 tier 6 sort of materials. That's what we're going to go for. And sorry, I don't want to be looking at that. Let's go to our inventory. I'm going to buy 2, just to give you guys an idea of what you can get. So we're going to buy 2 laurels, and look what we get. We get 2 powerful bloods, which immediately are pretty expensive. Look at that, almost 60 silver for one of them. I'd say if we sell them now, you know, we're making just under a gold with that. You've got another 30 silver from the Vicious Fang. I'd say another 35 silver from the pile of crystalline dust, the 2 we got there. And we got powerful venom sac, which is around 20 silver minus the exchange fee and listing fee. Yeah, you know, we're making probably just under 2 gold here from 2 laurels. I would say using the heavy crafting bag, each laurel would probably get you just under 1 gold, because you know it gets you 3 items. And if you get one of the blood, if you get a powerful blood, boy, you know, your quid's in there. I think the heavy crafting bag is the best way to go for laurels. If you want to make gold, if you think you make on average 1 gold per laurel, I'm going to get 97 gold from this if I trade in all my laurels. It's an easy way of getting gold. You know, the dye isn't the right way to go because it's only 10 silver per sort of laurel, because it's 5 laurels for the dye, and the rare items aren't worth that much at the moment. So laurels, again, that's how you can equip them. You can get a lot of laurels. You get around, if we look here, we're going to go through how many laurels you can get. You do end up with around 35 to 36 laurels from over the month of dailies. Plus, you actually, at the end of the month, you can choose what would be the main item that you get. And I believe it's an extra 10 to 15 laurels that you can get from the end of the month. So you can end up with around 45 to 50 laurels just by doing your dailies. And that is quite a lot of laurels that you can then, if you imagine, I think if you predict it that each laurel is going to be 1 gold. Alright, it may be more, it may be less, but you know, if you on average it's going to be around 1 gold. That's a good way to look at it if you're just doing the bags, and it's an easy way of getting, you know, per month you can make around 50 gold just by getting these heavy crafting bags. So we're moving on. We're going to look at fractals, and there's nothing with the first merchant. But let's have a look at what we can spend our fractal relics. So as you can see, we've got the fractal capacitors. They're all exotics. They're soul bound on use, account bound on acquire. Same as the Gift of Ascension and all these boxes. This experiment journal you can use for skill points, which in another videos I've shown how useful that is. These are the sort of pristine relics. Again, none of these are sellable. I'm just going to look at the clay pot because I actually thought you could sell an infused clay pot, but I forgot that you can't sell anything that's deal with infusion. But the clay pot, it's 8.4 gold. That we'll come back to do with a little bit later, because that's going to look at part of the video that comes on later. The rest of it, the fractal relics, you can't really make gold from fractal relics. You can save gold by buying these 20 slot equipment boxes. As you can see, I've got a rare equipment box, I've got an exotic equipment box, and I've got an uncommon equipment box, just by spending these fractal relics. And it saves me a couple of gold by not buying a 20 slot bag. So by saving yourself, by using fractal relics for these boxes, it's very, very handy indeed. I've had, if you look here at my fractals, I've actually done over 400 fractals, so I've built up quite a lot. That's why I've spent a lot of my fractals tokens on these boxes. So what we're going to look at now is looking at in Dry Top you get geodes. You also get them in the silver wastes. What can you spend geodes on? Well, you can buy Zephyrite lockpits, which you can go around and open boxes with. Okay, you can get some rares out of them, but I don't think it's too worthwhile doing that. but we're going to look at what can we spend them on. We have bricks of clay, which you can use to build a clay pot. You need 25 of those clays to build a clay pot. Depending on the level, this is level tier 3 dry top, tier 4 it's cheaper, but we look at 25 times 8, so it's not too bad. You can actually earn, you know, it's around, well, I'm just including the ectos, you know, we're talking 1.5 gold, but I can spend, it's 200, I can make 2 clay pots from this, and I can make almost 16 gold just from my geodes. And you know, if we look here, how much the clay pot, 8.4 gold. You know, it's quite a substantial, you know, item to get, because you can only get it through geodes, which have to be acquired through the dry top events and through some of the silver wastes, lost bandit chests. But there's nothing else really that we can buy that can help us to, you know, okay, the lockpicks, you can go around and get champion bags, but, you know, you're not making too much money. The clay pot is the easiest way to make a substantial amount of money that you're going to guarantee to get gold. You know, we say 200 geodes would equal, you know, minus the ecto costs, I'd say it's around 5 gold profit for sure. It's pretty good, you know, 5 gold for 200 geodes. That's not bad. What we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look. This is what some people suggested, you know, buy Zephyrite lockpicks. By farming the silver wastes, I've got over 25 lockpicks. But what can you get from that? You get a gilded strongbox, you get dragonite ore, you get a geode, pile of silky sand, and umbrite. Alright, you got a recipe as well, but they're irrelevant. You know, we go to the next one. You know, what else do we get from a... so I fall down here. What else do we get from a Zephyrite? You know, these are the sort of buried locked chests. You know, we get a shop box, a couple of geodes, some sand. Alright, but the strongbox can have a piece of masterwork gear in it. Is it that valuable? Yeah, we get an unfossilized fossil insect, which would have been had me jumping for joy, you know, earlier in the year. But I've actually, as we should see here, I've actually got all of the umbrite weapons. So those fossilized insects are irrelevant to me. So let's have another look at another chest. You know, what are we going to get out of it? Not much. Okay, really not much. It's not worth getting Zephyrite lockpicks. In the long run, they will not be as valuable as buying clay plots. So let's go on. Now we've got some bandit chests from the Silver Week events, the Silver Wastes event, sorry. So what can we spend the bandit crests on? So here we go. If you haven't got the carapace gear yet, you can buy it from here. You've got ascended items which you can't sell. Minis that you could get, but again you can't sell because they're all count bound. Bandit journal, but I've got all I've completed that collection. The extraction devices, but you don't need any of them to make gold. Bag of rare gear, 250 for one, and it costs you 20 silver. It's not really that worth it for the bandit crests because it's quite a substantial amount. Again, if we look here, you've got some obsidian shards. If you need some of them, you can get them. But you've got bag of stolen goods along with the recipes. The recipes aren't really worth anything, but you know, I've got over 3,000 bandit crests. A bag of stolen goods only costs 10 bandit crests. How much is a bag of stolen goods? Well, let's have a look. Whoa, a bag of stolen goods over 5 silver. How much is? I mean, if you think that's only, I can create over 300 bag of stolen goods, and they're going for 5 silver. Let's just take, for example, 250. Okay, just as a random example, 13 gold. 13 gold. I'm going to make flat straight away from all these bandit crests. That's incredible. You know. This is the way you make gold with bandit crests. You sell them for bag of stolen goods. You could buy them and use them yourself, but you know, if you want the gold, this is the way to go. Bag of stolen goods, extremely good way to earn gold using bandit crests. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful for you guys. If you weren't unsure about a few things, feel free to leave any comments. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.